Hi everyone, it's Brittany, and today I just want to chat with you guys for a little bit. Um, the most recent video that I posted got lots of questions, and I think that there's a lot of confusion. So I want to clear up really what I meant when I said you are reality and what this 3D that we refer to really is and what's going on. How does it work? So, understanding that you are reality, the 3D is you. It is you experiencing yourself from all different points of views and perspectives. That's what the 3D is. It is not a separate world that exists outside of you. It's not a world that everyone is experiencing and, you know, you are an individual where this world is going to continue existing whether or not you're here. That's not what this is. This is a projection of yourself, a projection of who you are aware of being, okay? So, with that being said, what does that mean? Well, I saw a comment that said something along the lines of, hold on a second. If you are telling me that the 3D world is not a direct reflection of what state I am currently occupying, I'm really confused. But here's the thing. So, states are not the same thing as a state of being. So, I generally refer to this as your identity, who you're aware of being, who you define yourself as, who you say you are. And that has nothing to do with your current state of mind. A state of mind is a changing emotion. It's all dependent on what mood you're in, what's going on, what current experience you're experiencing. It's constantly changing. So we're not basing anything off of your current state of mind. I want to give you guys an example. So actually, when I first started reading Neville, I was very confused because I had had several experiences around that time where a state that I was occupying definitely did not match what was being experienced in the 3D world. So, for example, I was in college and I got my grades back and I did amazing. I got straight A's on everything, and I didn't think that that was going to happen. So I was so happy starting off my day in a great mood. Then I got a friend that texted me asking me if I wanted to go to a concert with her later in the week. And I was excited about that too. And I was really happy about that. I went to Starbucks and I got a free coffee on accident because they made two. So they gave me two for the price of one. So, really, all of these fun, amazing things were happening that day. And I was just in such an amazing mood. I was in a state of mind of happiness. Okay. That's what was going on. But guess what? I then got into a car accident, and that completely changed everything. Now I shifted from a state of happiness to a state of anger and fear. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. I hope that my insurance is going to cover this. Wow, actually, my neck is hurting. I hope I'm okay. I hope I don't have to go to the doctors. Man, is this person going to pay for my medical bills if that's what happens? Like, do you see how quickly a state of mind changes? Okay. Another example, I'm sure I've used it before. I am in a state of being a wife, okay? I'm in a state of being a wife. But just because I am being a wife and I am aware of being a wife does not mean that I cannot be in a state of mind of anxiousness, a state of mind of fear, of sadness, of frustration. I can be a wife and simultaneously experience different states of mind. So that is not what is being reflected out into your 3D, which is literally just you. Okay, I hope that this is clear. So again, who you say you are, who you are aware of being, who you identify yourself as, regardless of changing thoughts, changing feelings, and changing 3D forms. That is what manifests. That is what you will experience because, again, you are only ever experiencing yourself. That's what's happening. So that leads me into waiting. And you guys asking me, how do I stop waiting? How do I know if I'm waiting? It's okay to wait. You know, there's lots of different things out here. So here's the thing. Waiting is a state of being. That's a state of being. So if you are waiting for something, that means that you can't also be occupying the state of being it already. Those two things completely contradict each other. Now, you can be in a state of being who you say you are. So, a millionaire, for example, you can be in the state of being a millionaire while also feeling a range of emotions, while also experiencing a range of thoughts, while also experiencing changing forms in your 3D. But that should not change how you identify yourself, who you're being, who you say you are. So again, you cannot wait while also accept that this is who you are. Those two things contradict each other. They don't make sense. So there is no answer that I can give you on how to stop waiting. The answer is always going to be the same. There's lots of different things you can do. You know, I, for one, recommend start living your life and stop thinking that your life is going to change based off of a temporary form, because it won't. Sure, yes, physically, but I would be, going on all these luxurious trips if I had that money. And because I don't have it, I can't do those things. Okay, but understanding that all you're doing in the 3D is experiencing yourself. Why are you waiting to experience yourself? Why are you waiting to give yourself the experiences that you are looking for in 3D form? When you understand that those things will be there if you're being that, it doesn't make any sense to wait for those things to show up. Again, understanding that they won't show up. They do not show up because it's just you. So if you're being this person that's waiting for things, then all you're going to do is continue to wait until you say, enough is enough. I'm not doing this to myself anymore. I'm not waiting for something outside of me to give me permission to enjoy being who I say I am. Now, this can look different for everyone. This could simply just be walking around in your world in the acceptance that I am this person right now simply because I say so. And I understand that as the source of everything in my life, it could be no other way. So I'm not waiting for something outside of me to confirm that for me. This is what I would do. Okay? This is what I do. But you can also, if you want to, start enjoying yourself, whether that be giving yourself internal experiences or going out and living your life. You know, there's nothing stopping you from going on a walk. There's nothing stopping you from going out to dinner. There's nothing stopping you from, just existing and living. I hear so many people telling me like, well, I can't go do anything until I have my SP. I can't go to the movies. I can't go on dates. I can't enjoy myself. But really, if you didn't know anything about any of this, about reality creation, about manifestation, would you really be saying that still? Would you really be saying, well, I'm single, so I'm just going to wait around. I'm just going to wait around for somebody to ask me to be in a relationship, and then I can start living my life again. My whole life is on pause right now. No, that doesn't make any sense. Guys, like the story that I shared about me and my husband, do you think I just sat in my house waiting for someone to come find me? No, I started living my life. Granted, was I going out on dates? No, I wasn't. But I was living my life. I was enjoying time with family. I was hanging out with friends. I was doing things that felt good to me. I was figuring out what did feel good to me. You know, I was living my life. And this is what I suggest that you guys do. Again, it's not required, but why not? This is the whole point of the 3D. It's to experience yourself in lots of different ways and lots of different perspectives based off of who you choose to be, based off of how you define yourself. So again, you cannot simultaneously be waiting for something to happen while also being aware that you are that person now. Do you see the contradiction there? Okay. So again, as reality itself, you are experiencing yourself. That's all that it is. So if you're waiting for something outside of you to change, you're in for a lot more waiting. But if you can make that choice from understanding that you are the source of everything, make the choice to accept that because I claim that I am now this person, that is how I'm going to walk around in the world. That is how I'm going to live my life every single day, choosing to know it, choosing to acknowledge it, choosing to accept it, regardless of thoughts, feelings, or circumstances. Again, guys, thinking of that movie analogy that I just used recently, if you know the end of a movie, you're not sitting here every 5 minutes throughout the movie, well, why is this thing happening? Why did that just happen? Why did she say that? Why did he do this? Why isn't he doing that? You know the end, so just relax and experience the movie, okay? No judgments, just experience. And one other question that I wanted to address, which I think at this point is kind of self-explanatory, but if you're asking me questions like, can I use the I am to manifest this? Can I use the I am to get good grades? Guys, you're not understanding who you are. You're not using anything. I am is not a technique. Being source is not a technique. This is all an understanding. You're acknowledging what's truly going on here, regardless of whether or not you choose to be aware of it. It's still the way that you are living this experience. So all we're doing here is shifting from believing that we're living in a world where things are just happening to us and we're just this small, helpless victim of a human where we have no say and no choice in what goes on. Or you're choosing to understand who you are. You're choosing to understand that as the source, as I am, I can simply declare who I say that I am in this human experience, and then I can go on living my life knowing that it is so. Not waiting for it, not looking for it, choosing to know it. That's it, guys. That's it. And there is no trick on how to know. This is a choice. Again, like you guys are doing this all the time in your lives. And then when it comes to experiencing yourself in a different way, you totally forget who you are. So understanding that, how do you make any other decision? I'm going to go to the mall today. And then what? You just sit on your couch waiting for it to happen? No, you get up, you get into your car, and you go to the mall because you made that decision. And I understand maybe here it seems different because, well, I'm not taking any physical steps to do anything. But remember that you are experiencing yourself, your identity, who you are aware of being. So everything is going to be guiding your human self, your character, to take whatever action or no action, doesn't really matter. And then, yeah, I'll just answer this too. Somebody else asked me a question about taking action. How do we take action? Should we take action? A lot of people say we don't need to, but I don't understand how things will show up or happen if we don't take some action. Guys, this isn't about taking action or not taking action. It's not about any of that. It's about identifying yourself right now in this moment to being who you say you are, and then choosing to live your life that way. So, I've used this example before from my experience, but the moment I stopped trying to search for a job and apply and apply and apply and apply and be worried that I wasn't going to get one, and I just shifted to, you know what? I'm having a job. I'm going to get a great job. That's it, period. I don't know how it's going to happen, but that's what's happening. Like, that's it. I've made that decision now. I will have a different job where I make more than enough money to support my family and I have enough time to spend with them. That's what I chose. I decided that. And guess what? For me, then going and applying more just didn't feel good. That doesn't mean that applying for jobs shouldn't happen. If it feels good to you from your identity of being who you say you are, go right ahead and take that action. Because guess what? If you're in the identity of being that person now, whatever you do will be perfect for you. Or whatever you don't do will also be perfect. But if you're in a state of trying to make something happen, if you're in a place of, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to get there, and now I'm going to take all these actions to do it, well, most likely it's not going to play out the way that you want it to. So the question really isn't about should I take action or should I not? It's that get clear on who you are and then allow yourself to be led and guided to take action or not take action. Again, you guys won't have a choice of whether or not you take the action or don't take the action. Your human self is being guided. So if you are in the awareness of being who you say you are, who you want to be, then you will be given nudges, inspirations, whatever it is, to do something or to not do something. It all just depends on what's necessary and what's right for you and your unique experience. And I can't answer that for you. So, again, just to reiterate everything, you are reality. All you're doing is experiencing yourself in lots of different ways and lots of different perspectives. That's it. That's it. So, you seeing something outside of yourself is simply just a symbol of who you're being or who you are aware of being in that moment. Okay? Nothing else, nothing more. So, as I say to you guys all the time, do not use the 3D to tell you what's going on because then you're chasing something and you don't need to. You don't need to do that. You just need to start getting comfortable in this place of being. And again, for me, I choose simply to be the source of everything in my life. So I know that everything is unfolding right now in this moment perfectly for me. But you can absolutely choose from source. I'm choosing to identify as a wife. I'm choosing to be a millionaire. I'm choosing to be healthy. I'm choosing to be, I don't know, the most famous woman or man in the world, whatever. It doesn't matter what you're choosing. It doesn't matter. But that is now who you are choosing to be aware of being. That's it. Don't worry about your changing emotions. Don't worry about the thoughts. Don't worry about what is appearing at any given moment. You get to determine what everything means. And let's just make this easy. Everything means I am who I say I am. Everything is proof that I am who I say I am. And yes, I saw that question too. Why am I saying choose to see everything as proof? Because there's nothing there. There's nothing there. All you're doing is experiencing a projection of who you're being. So it doesn't matter what it looks like, what it appears to your five senses. If you realize that nothing is actually there and this is all just a neutral thing, you get to choose what it means for you. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for asking your questions. I just want to make sure that you guys are really understanding what's going on. I have no problem with answering questions. In fact, I'm filming the next membership Q&A here in the next couple of days. So get those questions in if you want to. But I want you to be coming from the base foundation of knowing that you are reality. And anything that you choose to add on to it is up to you, okay? All right, guys, I love you so, so much. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.